Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're looking for the brain behind the most advanced security systems, right? Something that doesn't just record, but actually understands what it's seeing. That's exactly the kind of deep dive we're taking today.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
We're zeroing in on a pretty formidable piece of hardware, the Uniview NVR502-16B-P16-IQ network video recorder. And look, this isn't just, a digital tape recorder. It's more like the sophisticated hub of intelligent surveillance.
Exactly. The command center.
It's the kind of tech that's completely changing how we think about security. So, our mission, to pull out the most important bits, the key nuggets of knowledge from the product descriptions, the tech specs, FAQs, give you a lightning-fast understanding of how devices like this are reshaping security, hopefully with some surprising insights and maybe just enough humor to keep you hooked.
And what's really interesting here isn't just the list of features, the specs, is how each one translates directly into, well, tangible benefits. We're talking real-world improvements, for bolstering small business security, monitoring complex industrial sites, that kind of thing. We'll explore not just what this NVR does, but really why its features matter in the bigger picture of smart, proactive surveillance.
All right, let's kick things off then, big picture. For someone maybe looking at upgrading their security or building a new system from scratch, what is the Uniview NVR502-16B-P16-IQ? Why do people call it the central nervous system of a setup?
Good question. So at its core, this NVR is a high-performance network video recorder. It's really engineered for small to medium-sized installations primarily. Think of it as the CPU, the brain connecting, managing, recording all your IP cameras. It's what lets everything talk to each other, work together smoothly, rather than just having, a bunch of separate cameras doing their own thing. It gives you that unified smart control.
Got it. So it's the command center. And, people will be wondering about the cost for something this critical. This particular model, it comes in at $11,199 USD,
Right.
which brings up an interesting point. Everything seems to be moving to the cloud these days, right? So why is a dedicated on-site network video recorder like this still so crucial for so many people?
Yeah, that's a key thing to consider. Cloud solutions, they definitely offer flexibility, no doubt. But a local NVR gives you really unparalleled reliability and local control. It means your main recording and processing, they don't depend on having a perfect constant internet connection, which is vital for security you can't afford to have interrupted. You get instant access to your footage, really robust on-site storage, and that dedicated processing power to handle, say, multiple high-res feeds at once without latency or network jams. For security, that absolutely has to work, that local resilience, often non-negotiable.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's pivot to something that often gives installers headaches, even DIYers, the wiring. If you've ever spent an afternoon untangling power cords, trying to find enough outlets for cameras, this next feature is going to feel like a huge relief. Power over Ethernet, PoE ports.
Yeah. Game changer.
This specific model, the NVR502-16B-P16-IQ, it boasts 16 IP inputs and 16 dedicated PoE ports. So that means it can directly connect and power up to 16 cameras with just one Ethernet cable each. That's huge.
It really is.
And it's worth noting the whole series supports even more, up to 32 IP camera inputs overall, but just having those 16 built-in PoE ports simplifies installation so much you don't need separate power outlets near each camera, cuts down complexity, clutter, cost.
Exactly. PoE is, well, it's fantastic. It basically combines power and data into that single cable. And if you think bigger picture, it massively slashes installation complexity and cost. Fewer cables, fewer electrical outlets needed, maybe less specialized labor. It makes deploying a pretty sophisticated surveillance system much more accessible. Whether you're a small shop setting up your first system or a bigger place streamlining an expansion, it's efficiency, really, and it minimizes potential points of failure, too.
Right. Fewer things to go wrong. So once those cameras are connected, PoE or not, you want to see everything super clearly. How does this NVR deliver on resolution? What kind of detail are we talking about?
Yeah, it really delivers on that crystal clear promise. It can record at resolutions up to a stunning 16 megapixels, 16 MP.
Wow, 16 megapixels.
Yeah. To put that in perspective, that's like 4 times the resolution of standard 4K. And what does that really let you capture? It means you can digitally zoom way in on a wide shot and still clearly identify a face or read a license plate or spot some tiny detail from far away. Absolutely invaluable for evidence.
That's incredible detail. And what about actually displaying multiple streams at once?
Yeah.
On monitors in a control room or something? What kind of power does it have for decoding?
It's incredibly versatile there, too. For decoding, it can handle combinations like 2 16 MP feeds simultaneously, or maybe 4K streams. Or get this, 16 1080p feeds all at once.
16. Wow.
Yeah, so you're not sacrificing your real-time monitoring just to record in high quality. Imagine a security team watching different zones on multiple screens. This NVR can handle all that without breaking a sweat. Gives them a comprehensive high-def overview across a big area, ideal for busy control rooms or, complex sites.
But wait, a high resolution usually means absolutely massive files, right?
Yeah.
That could eat up storage and bandwidth like crazy. How does this NVR manage that? Keep the detail without, choking the system.
The magic of compression. This NVR smartly tackles that storage and bandwidth issue with a whole suite of codecs. Ultra 265, H.265, H.264, even MJPEG.
Okay, break those down a bit. Ultra 265.
Think of Ultra 265 as Uniview's own supercharged version of H.265. It offers even greater efficiency, more bandwidth savings. Pretty clever stuff. Then you have H.265, or HEVC, that's the current industry standard, gives you amazing quality at much smaller file sizes compared to H.264.
Which is the older one.
Right. H.264 is the predecessor, still widely used for compatibility, but less efficient. And MJPEG is even older, frame by frame, sometimes useful for specific things, but not great for continuous video. The point is, you have options. A toolkit to perfectly balance that amazing video quality with your specific storage limits and network speed. You capture the detail without the system grinding to a halt.
That's crucial. Nobody wants grainy footage or running out of space after 2 days. Balancing quality and efficiency, that's smart engineering. And once it's captured and compressed, you can view it clearly too. It has simultaneous HDMI output up to 4K and VGA up to 1080p. So high-res Pro monitor or standard display, you're covered.
Yep, covers both live view and playback needs.
Okay, but it's not just about seeing anymore, is it? It's about understanding what you're seeing. This is where that IQ in the model name comes in, I guess. The smart video analytics. This thing isn't just a passive recorder, it's an active observer. Tell us about these intelligent capabilities.
This is where things get really interesting. It's that shift from reactive security, just recording what happened, to proactive security. These analytics let the system actively spot potential threats or unusual stuff in real time. Take intrusion detection.
Okay.
Instead of someone having to watch a screen constantly, the system can automatically alert you if, say, a person or vehicle enters a restricted area you've marked off, like a warehouse after hours.
So it's actively looking for rule breaking. What about cross-line detection? Similar idea.
Pretty similar, yeah. Another layer of smart monitoring. Imagine you have a perimeter, or maybe just an important doorway. You draw a virtual line across it in the software. If anyone or anything crosses that line going a certain direction, maybe someone trying to exit through an emergency-only door boom, system triggers an alert. Great for controlling access, monitoring traffic flow.
Makes sense. And then there's face detection. How does that work?
It identifies human faces within the video stream, useful for maybe verifying access control or if you need to investigate an incident and find footage of a specific person.
And for businesses, especially retail or public spaces, I imagine people counting could be really valuable.
Oh, absolutely. People counting lets you monitor foot traffic in specific zones.
Yeah.
Invaluable for understanding peak hours, optimizing staffing, figuring out store layouts. It's real business intelligence from your security system. And beyond that, you've got features like AcuSearch. This dramatically speeds up looking for specific events in your recordings. Imagine you need to find exactly when a specific person walked into a room or when a red car drove past. AcuSearch lets you pinpoint those moments in seconds instead of manually scrubbing through hours of video.
That saves so much time. Okay, last one here. Fisheye dewarp. What's that for?
Right, so you know those super wide-angle fisheye cameras? Great for covering huge areas, but they can distort things at the edges, make straight lines look curved.
Yeah, that weird stretched look.
Exactly. Fisheye dewarp cleverly processes that distorted image and straightens it out. It gives you a clear, natural-looking rectangular view, even from the corners. Ensures you don't miss crucial details because of image warp. All these analytics together, they transform surveillance into this intelligent, responsive tool. Real aha moments for how security can work much smarter.
Okay, so you've got all this high-res intelligent data being generated. It needs a place to live. What about storage?
Good point. This NVR offers some pretty robust storage options. It has 2 SATA interfaces inside.
SATA, like for standard hard drives.
Exactly. And each interface can support a massive 16-terabyte hard drive.
16 terabytes each.
Yep, for a total potential storage capacity of up to 32 terabytes. That is a lot of room for high-def video, even with all those cameras and smart compression.
Wow, 32 terabytes.
Okay.
That robust local storage sounds incredibly reliable, very secure. But are there any downsides? Or situations where maybe you need more integration, more compatibility?
That's a really important distinction. Local storage is fantastic for reliability, absolutely.
Yeah.
But flexibility and maybe longevity are key for many organizations, and that's where the NVR's full ONVIF compliance comes in. It supports Profile S, G, and T.
ONVIF, that's the standard for camera compatibility, right?
Exactly. It means you are not locked into using only Uniview cameras. Profile S handles basic video streaming, live view, recording. That's the baseline compatibility. Profile G adds support for on-camera storage, like recording to an SD card in the camera as a backup. And Profile T is even more advanced. It handles things like better video streaming, metadata for analytics, motion detection events from the camera itself, crucial for higher-end features, and seamless integration.
So, bottom line.
Bottom line is, you have incredible flexibility. Mix and match cameras from different brands. Use cameras you might already own. Choose the absolute best camera for each specific spot, regardless of who made it. It really future-proofs your investment, doesn't force you into one single ecosystem.
That is a huge benefit. Prevents that vendor lock-in.
Okay, and getting all this data in and out smoothly, network bandwidth.
Also impressive. The specs say incoming bandwidth up to 320 megabits per second and outgoing up to 160 megabits per second.
Which means it can handle pulling in streams from lots of high-resolution cameras and sending out feeds for viewing or backup simultaneously without stuttering. It's built for the heavy lifting required in a demanding security environment.
Got it. And finally, control isn't just at the box itself anymore, right? Remote access.
Definitely not tied to a desk. You can access and manage the whole thing remotely through Uniview's EZView mobile app. And it's not just watching. It's real-time monitoring, playback, full device control from pretty much anywhere you have internet.
So checking on your business from home, verifying an alert while you're away, reviewing footage, full command from your phone or tablet.
Precisely. And beyond just the digital side, even the physical environment is considered. This NVR is built to operate reliably in a pretty wide temperature range. We're talking -10 degrees C up to 55 degrees C. That's 14 degrees of Pell to 131 degrees Fahrenheit.
You're tough.
Yeah, it makes it suitable for most indoor spots, even places without perfect climate control, like a storage room or maybe a busy server closet. It just speaks to the overall reliability they've aimed for.
You know, these intelligent analytics we've been digging into, they really show how AI is shifting security from just recording to actively doing something. It feels like part of a much bigger story in tech. Our sources even mentioned a company, Alpha Vision, featured in Built Worlds, taking AI into totally different areas, like construction.
Indeed. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, companies like Alpha Vision really illustrate how AI is just spreading out, reaching into various, sometimes unexpected industries. Just like the AI features in this NVR bring advanced analytics to everyday security, Alpha Vision is using AI to transform things like construction site monitoring, safety analysis.
Interesting.
It's a clear trend, isn't it? AI isn't just for labs anymore. It's getting deeply embedded in the tools we use everywhere. And they're even participating in GSX 2025 in New Orleans this fall. That's a major security industry show. It just highlights the continuous innovation, the fast pace at which these smart systems are evolving and finding new uses.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've unpacked the Uniview NVR502-16B-P16-IQ. We've seen how it acts as this powerful, intelligent brain for modern security systems. You now know about its really high-resolution recording, its smart compression that saves space without sacrificing quality, those clever video analytics like face and intrusion detection, plus the massive storage potential and that seamless remote access. It's hopefully a true shortcut to getting informed about what's possible with surveillance tech today.
And as we've seen, this NVR is just packed with features designed to bring, efficiency and clarity to what can be complex security needs.
Oh.
Which leaves us with maybe a compelling question for you to think about. As these kinds of intelligent systems get more powerful, more integrated into our daily lives or operations, what new possibilities open up for efficiency, safety, operational insights, maybe in areas we don't even traditionally think of as security today? It's a fascinating thing to watch as these technologies keep pushing forward.